Hello and welcome back to Eclipse RP. So today I wanted to go over the different criminal jobs and activities you can do as a criminal. In this video I won't be going over gang stuff just because it's a lot more complicated, and if you're not in a gang it's kind of hard to show that stuff off. I may be joining one and showing off all of that stuff in the future, but for now we're going to be going over just the regular gang activities you can do, or the regular criminal activities you can do as a criminal and not being in a specific gang. The first one I want to show off is going to be the store robbing job, which I believe in my last video I showed off as well. It's definitely one of the best ways to make money. You do need 2 to 3 people. I definitely recommend 3. It's a lot faster. You do have to cut it 3 ways, the profit, but it's a lot faster and a lot safer. So first of all, we're going to go over to a store, but before we do that, I did want to announce that I am going to be releasing a Discord, like a public Discord, just for if anyone wants to talk or needs to figure stuff out or has any questions. It just makes it a lot easier. I'll be on there usually quite a bit, so if you want to just come by, say hi, and if you have any questions I'll try and answer them the best I can, and if not, someone else there may be able to. Just kind of a community for people if they want to just play games or do whatever, really. Not too sure what I want it to be, kind of just a community, but that should be in the description by the time this comes out, hopefully. I'm not sure if it's completely finished out yet, but it should be in the description. And if it's not, it will be there soon, so be sure to watch out for that. But as the time I release this, it should be out again, hopefully. So otherwise, besides that, we're going to go to the first store, and I'm going to show you guys how to rob it. Again, you're going to need 2 to 3 people, as well as a gun, and I recommend either having 2 motorcycles or 3 motorcycles if you have 3 people, or just having 1 car to transport all of you. Makes it a lot easier. The risk is really low, just because usually by the time you're done robbing, if you do it right, the cops get alerted right at the end, but you can already be leaving and there's no way for them to trace you if you do it the right way. So we're going to go to a first store, and I'm going to show you how it's done. Alright, so we just got to a store. No, again, I think I've robbed a store before, but you do not want to rob any of these stores in the city just because they're used the most often. So any of these stores you see in the city, I don't recommend trying to rob, because people actually do go to them or go to the gas stations at them frequently, so you don't really want somewhere where people are going to be frequently going to. So I definitely recommend this one along the shore here. I think there's 1 or 2, and then I think there's another one right here. These ones almost no one goes to because they usually don't have markers on them, or just because they're kind of out of the way, most people don't go to them, so they're great places to rob. Also, anywhere up here, it's pretty good. There is one right next to this ATM, and that one's also really good since it's near the top, and although it is across from one of the drug labs, you should be fine most of the time robbing that. But again, anywhere that's kind of like not on the major highway, so you wouldn't want to rob, I believe there's a store around here. You wouldn't want to rob any of those stores. You want to rob them if they are kind of out of the way of most players and where most players won't be. So what you're going to want to do is, I'm actually not going to do it now since 1, I only have 1 person, and 2, you have to have 2 people for it, so that's kind of the only reason. So what you're going to want to do is come into the store. You have to make sure there's a store clerk. At some of the stores he won't spawn, so you have to make sure he's there first of all. Go into the back, and then what you're going to want to do is, it doesn't have to be anything too specific, but you can just do /do, and then like break CCTV cameras or something like that, and then also do /do, and then puts on gloves, and then type both of those out, and then take a screenshot. If you're on Steam, you can just hit F12 to take a screenshot. It's just for proof, so if anything RP wise happens, that you can prove it that you did do that. Then after that, you're going to want to walk out here and then take out your gun and aim it right at the store clerk. Now if you do have your gun off of him for any time at all, he will hit a button or whatever under the desk and the cops will be alerted, so you may want to make sure it's on him the whole entire time. And then your other friend or whoever is helping you will go up to here and do /grab cash, and then he will start grabbing cash, or whoever's trying to do it will start doing that. And then what you're going to do is, also I recommend whoever's grabbing the cash to be having their camera situated like this or so, and then in chat just have stop grab cash written out, and so if someone comes by you can just quickly hit it and then run away. I believe you can also cancel the animation by taking out a gun if you have one, but if you don't have a gun, I just recommend having that written just in case you see someone coming up, and you can quickly get out or stop robbing or stop grabbing the cash and just run out and go away. I do recommend having your bike or whatever you're using to transport you right up front or right somewhere really near so you don't have to run towards it, especially if cops come. So the next thing we're going to be doing, and again you can get anywhere from 7 to 14k or 7 to 16k I believe it is per store. So if you're having a group of 3, it goes again a lot faster, but you do get less money since you have to split it more ways. But 3 is pretty much the perfect number for this, and that's what I recommend if you want to do it. Seriously, if you do just have 2 people, it's fine, it just takes a little bit longer. You get a bigger cut though, so that's nice. But I do recommend having 3 because it's a lot more efficient. So next, we're going to be going over some of just a generalization of the drug plantations and how to make money from them. Again, I'm not going too in-depth. I believe I do have a video out. If you want to look at that, it should be in the top right now. Click on that and it will give you a more in-depth view of how to solo drug run. But I will go to one of the plantations right now and show you guys how to do it and how to make money from it. So we're going to go over there real quick and I will cut back shortly. Alright, so we just got to one of the drug locations. Now normally this stuff may be broken or maybe here. Thankfully it's here for us this time, so I can show you guys how to do it. So when you first get here, I recommend parking your bike or whatever vehicle you have somewhere close where you can easily just get on it and leave. Now when I'm here, I usually like to park it over here and break these fences so I can leave easily. If it actually break, there we go. So I usually like to park like over here and just make sure my vehicle's ready to go. So most of the time I will keep it unlocked just because you can hear if most people are coming up, and then you can just get on and leave away. Especially with the new animations for locking and unlocking, I would just recommend keeping it unlocked. So what you're going to want to do is there's a bunch of plants here. All you have to do, as it says right on them, is hit E and you'll start collecting them. And then I already have some from a while ago, but you will get them in your inventory as so. And then what you're going to want to do is come inside here, and if you want to make regular marijuana, you can either put 1 or 2 for either the seeds or the actual. Now I don't want to give away all the recipes for the synthetic just because you kind of do have to find them in character, and it makes it a lot more rewarding once you do. But basically what you do is you go over to the supply shelves, you hit E on them. They usually will be full of stuff. It looks like someone has taken all this stuff, but they will be full of different ingredients or chemicals like these. Someone dropped these, so let me pick them up and show you guys them if it'll let me pick it up. Oops, did not mean to do that. But there will be different items on these shelves that you can look for, and such as these. And what you're going to do is go over to the synthetic one and hit E on it, and then you can be able to put different ones in. I'll show you this one just because I don't want to give away the recipes. Like say you'll do this, and whatever, and then you hit craft, and then sometimes it will come out with a correct recipe and sometimes it won't. But once you do figure out one of the correct recipes, you can then repeat it over and over again and create the same one. So that's how to do those. And then once you get them, you're going to want to go to one of the drop-off points, which again you have to find in character. I don't want to give away too much just because it does kind of ruin some of the fun without having to find it in character. But if you do want to find one, I recommend just talking to almost any gang or criminals, and most of them are pretty nice about it and will help you out. But again, don't really trust any of them. Make sure you always have a way out. But that's pretty much how to do this. And then again, you just take it, whatever you get from here, and go and sell it at the drop-off point or sell it to people in character. The drop-off point's a lot easier if you can just sell it all. But if you do want to have some more RP fun, you can sell it to characters and create backstories and stuff for it. I believe some of them actually do have positive effects. Like, I think, I forget what it's called. Well, one of them I know makes you more immune to bullets and gives you armor or something, and you can run faster. But they do have different effects for them, and they are at different prices, and the prices will change every, I believe it's every 24 hours the prices change. So you want to check out at one of the drop-off points to see what prices are there. I'll show some footage right now of what the drop-off points look like and the different prices and how they change based on how many people want them or how the server wants them. I guess it would be like that. But that's going to be pretty much it for the plantations. Next, we are going to be talking about shopping cars, which again, can't show you locations just because it's not in character or whatever. But I will show you how to do it and the different commands for it. And again, for the drug running, there is no commands. It's just all with E and O to pick stuff up. So again, we're going to go talk about shop locations now, and I will see you again very soon. Alright, so we did just get to one of the chop shop locations. Oh, what the hell? Stuff's not loading in. But, oh, there was people here. So these are actually not open every single time. This is the only one I'm going to give you guys for a freebie, if you do know where it is. But basically what you're going to want to do is whenever you have a stolen vehicle, say I stole a dirt bike or whatever, you're going to come over to the chop location, and there should be a command that says at the bottom, and all you have to do is do /chop or /chop shop. I forget. It will tell you though if you go to one of the chop shop locations. Now there are 5 different locations, and they do cycle every couple hours, so if you're not at one, you're going to want to have to find out the others, which you can by again talking to most gangs or other criminals. Might help you find that, but I don't really want to give them all away just because it is something you do want to have to find in character. I don't know why these textures are glitching out so much. So the chopper car, all you have to do is seal it, bring it back here, and do /chop shop or /chop. I forget which command it is again, but it would tell you if this was an active one. And then you have to wait, I believe it's 5 to 7 minutes possibly. Depends on the value of the vehicle, and you can either get, I believe, 3 to 6k, so it's not super big, and you also do have to have another person to give you a ride, or again, you can try calling a taxi, but most of them won't come all the way up here. So again, you kind of really have to have a friend for that. That's about it for the chop shop locations. Also, to steal a car, I'll just go into that next, just because that's kind of part of the same thing. You have to steal the car before you chop it. All you have to do is have a lockpick, which I believe I don't have any on me. Let me check. Yeah, I don't have any. Oh, I do have bobby pins. So I'm gonna go to a car real quick and show you guys how to do that. Actually, we're gonna go back to that motorcycle and I'll show you how to do it on that. So I'll be right back in just another second. Alright, so we got back to this. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so yeah, so this is locked, perfect, so I can show you guys. So what you're going to do is hit Control and X at the same time, and it should bring up this little cursor and zoom in a little bit, and then you're going to want to right click on the vehicle that you want to bobby pin, and then just hit bobby pin on it, and it will pick lock it. Now it doesn't work every single try. Now this might not even work the first time, but I just want to show you guys basically how to do it. So again, it's Control X, and then right click on the vehicle, and then hit bobby pin. And I believe at any time you can cancel this animation by doing, as it says in the top left, /stop pick locking, and it will immediately stop it. If I could type pick locking. Okay, so all you have to do is type that in and it will cancel the pick lock if there's someone coming up. But again, let's see if it's successful. Yeah, see, it says you failed to pick lock this vehicle. Usually there's a pretty high chance that it happens. I think the last time I did it on something, it was the first try. But it might take a try or two. The bobby pins are pretty cheap though. I think they're 300 each from most general stores. And if it is a lot more than that, I just recommend going to a different general store to find one. That's going to be pretty much it for pick locking and chop shopping vehicles. And now I think we're going to move on to how to rob a person. Now, oops, there's someone in a little pink buggy. Yeah, so he's trying to chop this, but this is obviously not the right chop shop. But also, I don't know why he would want to chop that low of a vehicle. But so to rob a player is a little different. It's a little hard to show you guys without having another player, but I'll show you guys the basic commands for it and everything. So let's do it. Let's rob this tree right here. Alright, so what you want to do is again pull out a gun and tell them to get on the knees or whatever, and the command for that is /down, which they should know. So tell them to get on their knees or whatever with their hands up, whatever they want to do. And then when you're behind them, or if you have a friend pointing a gun at them, you're going to want to /me or @me. Either one kind of works, doesn't really matter too much. And then attempts to frisk player, or frisk, yeah, just player works fine. So what you're going to do is do that, and then type in again after that success with a question mark, and then he should respond, or he or she should respond with success or no or something like that. If they do say no, they have to have a reason, like they have a knife in their pocket or something like that. But 99% of the time they will say success, and then you're going to do /frisk, and then whatever their ID is, say it's 422, and then hit enter, and then they should be able to do /frisk approve, and then you're going to be able to access their inventory and also check how much money they have. There used to be a /rob command, but they removed that quite a while ago. But you can check how much money they have and make sure that you get all of it. Now you can't have players go to ATMs and pull out money. Just so you guys know, it's against the rules to do that, but you can take all the money they have on them and their inventory, all their items. You can also steal their phone, which I think is / take phone. No. Well, I remember there's a command for how to get a phone. It might actually say it. If you are looking for commands, by the way, all you have to do is hit F4, I believe it is. Nope. F6 it may be. Yeah, so hit, nope, definitely not that one. F5. One of these will work. Okay, you're going to hit F5. If I can clear this, credit store is a little stuck. Alright, so I fixed that. So again, what you want to do if you want to look for other commands is hit F5. Then it should bring up this little player commands menu, which is really helpful. If you guys are definitely new to the server, I recommend checking all of this. But here's a /frisk to frisk another player. And then they may have removed it, but if we go to criminal, okay, yeah, never mind. I don't think you're actually able to, actually, unless it's in the phone command. Okay, take battery. Okay, so you can take another person's battery to make sure that they cannot call the police. So if you're robbing someone, I also recommend doing the /take battery after you frisk them and steal the battery from them, make sure they can't call any police or call anyone to help them, and then take all their stuff and leave. So it's going to be pretty much it for the basic criminal jobs or activities. I did want to make this video kind of short just because there's a lot to criminals, and I just wanted to go over kind of a basic intro to them in this episode. If you do want me to go more in depth or have any questions, again, that Discord should hopefully be the first link in the description, so I recommend checking that out, and you can talk to me on there or ask me any questions you have. But that's going to be pretty much it for this video. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. So we went over store robbing, we went over drug plantations, and how to get the money, or how to sell them easily, which again, you just go to one of the drop-off locations, which you're again going to have to unfortunately find out in character. I'll give you a hint that most of them, or all of them, are in the actual city. None of them are away from the city. So that's going to be your one hint. But you should be able to find them pretty easily just by talking to any gangs or criminals. Most of them are pretty helpful. I don't recommend talking to anyone in blue or in clown masks. Most of the time they're pretty hostile, especially on this server. But that's going to be about it. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you. Actually, we could rob now. Again, another thing, you can't rob new players. So, oh shit. Let's see what's going on here. You're good, man?
I don't know, man. That guy in that Group 6 truck just came up and he drove next to me. He pulled out his phone. I don't know if he called the medics or anything, man.
Oh shit,
I fell
man.
off my bike.
Did you call the police or the medics?
I don't know if he did.
I'll call them for you, man.
Thanks, man.
Alright, we're gonna quickly help this guy out a little bit. But again, that's gonna be pretty much it for this video. Let's hopefully get some emergency services over here. Alright, hopefully some medics. Alright, man, good luck.
Thanks,
I called them, man. Hopefully they're here soon.
Okay, thanks, man.
Alright, so a little deviation, but that should be about it for this video. So again, if you enjoyed, please leave a like, and if you want to, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.